Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ruach Kodash. Alright, man, that's who this world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. You know, first and foremost, I like to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and are truly the overseers of Israel today. Right? I also like to give a big shout out to the Ak Kazak who also teach under out here in Greenville, South Carolina, the head of the Men of Israel camp. Right? I also like to give a shout out to you Akim, that be you brethren across the four corners of the earth, that's out here pushing and teaching this truth and sincerity. You know, the 100% truth first and foremost. Right? I also like to give a shout out to you Akwaf, that be you sisters. You know, to the ones who truly believe and take heed and follow the law, statutes, and the commandments to the best of y'all ability in these end times, man. To y'all, let's say shalom. All right, it's the bot coming back to the spirit and power. How about you, Shah? Once again, you know, with this one just gonna be a real little quick one. You know, just basically bringing this point up, making sure y'all know, making sure y'all edified upon it. You know, as far as when everything goes down, when you know, when I say when everything goes down, meaning when, you know, famines hit, you know, people out of jobs, that, you know, that C-hip hit, you know, you can't work, you can't pay for nothing, you can't do none of that. You know, when all of that comes to play, man, it's literally gonna be a purge out here, man. You know, and the reason why I had, you know, the spirit came to me, you know, I was watching a movie, you know, that movie, The Purge, you know, the election year. I went back and watched it again, you know, just to, you know, tie some things together spiritually, and it just made me think, like, man, first and foremost, because this 2024 is the election year, you know, and with all these things that's going on rapidly, you know, it's no telling that we could have a purge this year. We could later on in a few months, it'd be an all-out purge, you know, or like, and when I was watching that purge, the first thing that came to my mind is, man, people are not really gonna give a fuck about nothing except for providing for their family, you know. And I just thought about this quick scripture, and I just wanted to get it in, you know, edify upon it, you know. Edify upon the scripture, man. But real quick, this is the book of 2nd Esdras. It's chapter 15, it's verse 19. And the point being, you know, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. That's the point right there. You know, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Let's get that word pity, man. Let's get that word pity, man. According to, you know, Google, you know, it says, let me see, a cause of regret or disappointment, you know, let me see, let me go into the words of it. These sentences they got is bull. Basically going into like no compassion, a misfortune, bad luck, crime, a bummer. It even has sin up here, you know, breaking down that word pity, right? So you can tell this word pity when it says, and they shall have no pity upon their neighbor. They're not gonna give a fuck about nothing. You know, when all of this goes down, when this famine hit, you know, pestilence is already out here. But when this famine hit, which is coming, you know, that's going to bring that's going to bring a lot of people true colors out, man. Especially these Edomites, you know. And these Edomites are watching, like, you know, if y'all bring in a whole bunch of groceries, if y'all, Esau is watching this shit, man, now. So when that time goes down and they don't have, and not even just Esau, really, I'm just saying in a whole, you know, people out here, when they don't have what they need, what they need in their household to provide for their family, they ain't got no more food, they ain't got no more water, they ain't got no medicine, they ain't got no, you know, they're gonna start coming and blowing down in y'all houses, blowing down in their neighbor houses, and the scriptures says it beautifully, you know, and that being my point. They're not gonna have any pity for their neighbor, you know, in Jacob's trouble, man. Really, that's what it's going to be, Jacob's trouble, you know, but they're not going to have a pity at all for their neighbor. Let me finish up that scripture. Right, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses. They're going to destroy y'all shit, man. They're going to come in there, get what they need, and get up and run through it. Probably burn it down afterwards, so can't nobody else go in there, because, you know, people out here is greedy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Right, it says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. What is the lack of bread going into? Going into this famine, like I was saying, man. You know, and when I was watching the movie, I was noticing, you know, there was just a day that they could do whatever they want. No, that day that's going to come, that's going to be the real live purge, is when that famine hits, man. Is when that C-hip hit, and you can't buy, sell, or work, or trade. You can't do none of that without that C-hip. You know, that's going to be the true purge. They're not going to give a fuck. Just like in that movie, you know, you had people grouping up together, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving a fuck about nothing. You know? In the movie, it was even the little, in the election year, the little black Zion, she was like, I had already killed my parents. Don't make you be next or whatever. Like, bro, they're not gonna give a fuck about nothing. They're gonna try to get what they can to survive. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to bring that to the light. Like, we can't forget this. You know, that's why I continue to say, you know, make sure y'all in the spirit, man. Make sure y'all having faith. Because in those times, you know, we're gonna have to be on the move. We ain't gonna be able to stay in one house and just chill, you know, until your house shall come back. No, we're gonna have to be on the move. Because they're gonna be blowing down, you know. But before they can even blow down, if the spirit is really dealing with you, the Lord can have you already gone. So when they blow down, you got what you need and you gone. You ain't even got to worry about them. They going into an empty house. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are already be gone. Because they're not going to have no pity for their neighbors. They're not going to have no pity for nobody. Nobody, man. You know, I just want to bring light upon that situation, man. They're not going to have no pity. They're not going to have no pity, man. And that's going to be that true purge. That's going to be the true purge, man. I'm telling you, when that famine happens, you know, that C-hip happened, you know, with the C-hip, like I said, you can't work, you can't buy, sell, trade, you know, none of that. So that's when that true purge is going to happen, man. You know? Yeah, man, like I said, man, just a quick hit going on that topic as far as you know, no pity upon the neighbor, man. Like I said, purge, you know, but that's gonna be that true purge when that time comes, man. But like I said, I just want to bring out a quick hit on that one. You know, Abaratazah was edifying. You know, y'all were able to take from it and be in a remembrance of understanding that when that time comes, what's really gonna be going on. How you can't trust. Matter of fact, real quick before I go, I haven't seen it was in a movie. It was in Leave the World Behind, and they had the black or the Israel. I'm a separate it like this: Edomite, Esau, and Israel. The little black dad, black daughter, and then the white family. You know, and if you notice in the movie, they kind of sparked the light on this. Pause it for a second. For when the daughter, the Zion, was like, we ain't gonna trust these white people. We can't trust these. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew if you trust them, man, they gonna turn against you. And then think about it. That's what's gonna be happening out here. You're gonna be like, man, we can't trust them. You know, we can say we trust them right now, and then they turn on us. For instance, like I spoke about a little while ago at camp, it was a movie that the Kazak had put me on to, or a series. It was a series, the Black Summit or Summer or one of those, and you know they was like, you know, just an example of what I'm saying. They was like, I'm a Christian. Let me in the car. As soon as the dude got in the car with the devil bitch, man, he pulled a gun out on her and said, get out. Quick like that in a hurry, man. They're not going. hey, they're not gonna show no sympathy on nobody. They gonna say what they got to say to get what they want, and they gonna turn against you, and that's real life gonna be the purge. That's really what it's gonna be, in those times, man. But like I said, man, I just want to bring light on that real quick. I'm about to jump into another exhortation and lesson right after this one, actually. So y'all should be able to catch it after this one is uploaded, man. But yeah, with that, man, I was edifying once again. Just a quick little hit upon what's going in the latter times that's about to come. About people not having pity upon their neighbors, man. But with that, shalom.